Every parent has to learn this language their children are already speaking. How tough a task is that going to be for us? I'm hoping you're going to tell us it's not as tough as we might think.
It's not that, well, it's not that hard. So one of the things that happens from time to time, again, speaking, and a mom will come up and say, what about World of Warcraft? Or what about, whatever. What do you think of it? And I understand they're looking for some expertise and have been exposed to a lot of things. My normal answer is, okay, here's what I want you to do, Mom. I want you to go and, you're worried about MySpace? Your kid's on MySpace? Go get a MySpace account. And some of them will say, well, I wouldn't have that. Well, why's your kid on it? Okay, but let's assume for the sake of argument, your kid's on it. Go on it. Go on Facebook and friend your kid. Go on MySpace and friend your kid. Go join World of Warcraft and join your kid's guild. You know what I mean? And face the outrage when your child is like, Dad, what are you doing in my guild? You have to kind of face that. You're embarrassing me in front of the Blood Elves.
Oh, sure.
Whatever.
I get it from my teenagers.
No, that's right.
Whose friends like me to be on their wall? They interact with me. I've been friended by a lot of my kids' friends. My kids would rather I not be on their wall.
No, they're probably not that worried about it. Honestly, they probably like it. I think most kids in this generation, where there's a healthy relationship between the parent and the kids, are content with that kind of relationship. But rather than thinking of it as a technical problem, just think of it as a parenting problem. You want to understand whether it's a good idea to bring your kids to the mall for 8 hours? Go to the mall for half an hour. Drop into the mall, then walk around. You tell me whether it's a great idea. You don't need an MBA, and an experience running the business side of a mall to tell me whether it's a great environment to drop kids off for 8 hours.
Good point.
Just drop in. So drop into where they are. And that's a kind of a literacy, that every parent can acquire. But you have to, the only thing that my degree, I think, really gives me, well, 3 degrees, right? But all they really give me is a lack of fear. I didn't get a degree in parental risks in Facebook. I never had a class on that, right?
No.
I never had a class on World of Warcraft, whatever. But I'm not afraid of it, so I just go dive in, find out, and I'm not fearful.
Right.
The parents are fearful, and that's maybe a fundamental level of literacy. But again, you can't just throw up your hands and say, I don't know, I'm just really terrified of that whole domain. I'm not going to go there. And all we really do is disconnect ourselves from our children, because they're going there.
Yeah.
And they're either going to go there with us or they're going to go there without us. And those are really the only 2 choices. So my recommendation, and not just for mom and dad, but also for grandpa and grandma, my recommendation is probably better that they go there with you than without you. But that's scary.
Well, give us a sense for what the Internet Safety Project does. You're heavily involved in it.
Right. Well, the Internet Safety Project, we actually started it in '07. It started as a podcast, and it's now the most popular podcast on Internet safety on iTunes. And one of the cool things about that, I'm the host, and one of the cool things about that is it gives me these amazing opportunities to talk to people like Edward Castronova and people that have kind of worked and played in that space. So there's a regular podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. We soon launched a wiki. You mentioned, I think, at the beginning of the program, the Internet Safety Wiki, which at this point is the largest wiki on Internet safety on the web. It's kind of growing. Anybody can volunteer and help, just like, think Wikipedia for Internet safety, okay? Kind of broadly. And I think there's more, between 1,000 and 2,000 articles right now on the wiki, which, at first blush sounds like a lot. In my mind, it's still a fraction of where it probably belongs.
We need you to reassure us that we don't need a doctorate in computer technology to be able to parent our kids in cyberspace.
Absolutely right.
All right. Charles Knudsen, Professor of Computer Science at BYU. Thanks for being our guest on Insight, and thank you for watching. We hope this episode has been beneficial to you and to your kids. For more information on this topic and valuable links to see other Insight episodes, please visit us at byutv.org. Thanks for being with us today. We look forward to seeing you next time right here on Insight.